For an out-of-this-world experience as we're set for fights here at the Observatory. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
Time for our tale of the tape. First up, Jake Paul, the problem child, 6'1" tall with a reach of 76 inches. And across the ring from him, Alexander Usyk. He's 6'3" with a 78-inch reach.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
Jake Paul, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, currently residing in Dorado, Puerto Rico. Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine.
As soon as the ball goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
So now let's go into the ring for the official introductions. Here's the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Dorado, Puerto Rico, a social media superstar and rising contender known as El Gallo de Dorado, Jake Paul. Fighting out of the blue corner, and now from Crimea in Ukraine, here is an undisputed cruiserweight world champion and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. We're expecting an all-action slugfest. Where are the jabs? Where are the body punches? These two guys are just going after each other's chin. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Nice counter shot. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally, they're about to go at it in the ring.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like a rabbit in the headlights.
Fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They're both trying for a knockout. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Stamina is off the charts. The perfect counter lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow.
Here's the bell for round 2. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart.
Whoa, Johnny! And we may see an early stoppage here. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good counter punching. Very close. Hold that thought! And at some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. That bell could... There's the bell for round 3. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's a counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They both want the knockout. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Counter punches have to hurt. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Stamina is off the charts. That right hook not connecting. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges here. Here we go to the 4th round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
And he scores with the counter. How about that time counter shot? That counter shot lands. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Beautiful counter shot. Misses with the straight left. Jake Paul will have to go to the canvas. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four, five. Give me your time.
Talk about Jake Paul. And there's the bell for round 5. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not gonna happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. Beautiful counter punch. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way to a fight.
They exchange punches. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Right hook catching air. Good counter punch. Trying to score with the uppercut. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. This is the beginning of round 6. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
We both know. And Jake Paul goes down. And as we see it again in slow motion, there's no doubt. That body punch right there buckled him.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Listen to me. Are you okay?
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
He's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Punch, counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Just missed with that hook. fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Jake Paul on that lap. Here comes round 7. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me.
And Jake Paul couldn't handle any more of it. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come to me.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. Then they get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again.
Whoa, Johnny! Will the referee stop it? It appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. The defense failed them. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You're being put down.
There's the bell to start round 8. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Missing with the hook. He misses with that straight left. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
They're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. How did they not go down?
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Think of holding on here for a minute. Nice counter shot. Hook misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A unanimous decision win.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart. Smarts, that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got